Alright, second winner bracket semi-final in Group C. We saw TH beating Alice 2-0 with ease. Will we see the second stomp of the day? That's the question we're about to answer. We have the first undead in this competition. It is Xun, also from China, in blue, spawning in the bottom left of Twisted Meadows. His opponent, one of the best players of all time, WEC champion, WCA champion, former WCG champion, Infi. He is definitely in the top 3 of the best humans of all time with Sky, Charles, and yeah, well, so, of course, we are on Twisted Meadows. That means laboratory creep, no Tome of Experience here, and it's a Lionborn of Stormwind, so no game-breaking item drops here. Tome of Experience would have meant level 2.5, and that's almost GG, but no. And also the Devotion Aura is not that great. Here comes the Death Knight to punish his opponent. How many peasants can he get? Of course, there are 3 coils, but you don't want to waste them all at once. If you're not too familiar with Xun, he's been around for quite some time. I think I heard his name for the first time in 2013, I guess. First peasant down, by the way. You can arrest the skeletons here. Then he kind of got overshadowed. The sound is loud again. It's super quiet to me. But alright, if you say so. Backpack upgrade has been researched, so a lot more Rods of Necromancy will be coming, and a lot more Harass will be there from soon. Yeah, he has been overshadowed by WFZ first in 2014, and then by 120, obviously, in 2014-15, who is now the best undead in the world, but never count him out. Never count him out, but on the other side, it's Infi. And we know how great he is against especially undead, because he's so patient, and patience is one of the most important things in human versus undead. You will struggle keeping the expansion up, you will face a lot of pressure from fiends, wagons, destroyers, whatever, so you have to hold it until you are tier 3, and then you have a good amount of gyros and maybe knights or whatever you want to go for. I mean, as a human, you have a lot of diversity in tactics to choose from. So yeah, that is level 3 for the Archmage. That is the expansion coming up. There's a tower as well. So it's time now for Xun to do some damage. So far, he didn't punish Infi too hard for this. And how many footmen are there? 4 already, and the level 2 water elementals. That is of course the biggest threat at the moment, with a lot of damage, 35 in average. And Infi already, nice positioning, blocking the path to the expansion, scaring the skeletons away, doing some damage here and there. So it all looks good for him. But this is not where you want to crush the human, you want to do it later. The tech must be very, very quick, and I think it's kind of late even. Maybe 3 fiends were too much and he should have prioritized his tech a bit. Infi scouting this with a footman, sending it away, wanting to creep this green. Oh, he did creep this green spot already. So, alright. More fiends are coming. And the Death Knight is level 2. That is important. It's not so common, because you don't really have the time to do your own creep spots. You have to rely on, I don't know, the ghouls doing the creeping for you sometimes, or send some fiends in there. But level 2 is nice, because the Unholy Aura, you're faster, you regen your HP, which is awesome, because you don't have healing in terms of scrolls or selves or whatever. But Infi is doing a great job keeping the fiends away from the expo. And he only has 1 tower up, not even a guard tower. Is there? Okay, the lumber mill is coming now. So yeah, it's hard, and we see the Staff of Telly. And we all know what that means. Harass, harass, harass. So with a little mistake here, getting the aggro on the fiends, that's not what you want. You want it on the skeletons, obviously. Gloves of Haste for him, pulling the Footman. So, oh boy. This is not looking too good for Xun. I think this is all open. You can move through there. He only has one Nerubian tower. The Slaughterhouse is coming up though. Fiends are coming and the Lich as well. Lich is almost out. That's a perfect timing. And now he's going for the towers. He sees, alright, Infi is gone. This is my timing here. He's going for the towers, not for the peasants. In the meantime, the Archmage spawns a Water Elemental in to the base. He's kinda late for the tier 2 buildings. And of course late for the Acolytes. The Lich is out, so there's a good damage dealer dealing with the Footman. Will we see the first Nova? He has to use it at some point, I guess. On the other side, he's repairing this tower, even if there's no masonry. But Xun is focusing on the peasants, and I think he's doing a good job doing so. But one Acolyte got slaughtered. That was the 6th one. So it's not that big of a deal to lose it, as long as you have 5 Acolytes still mining. One Ghoul is dead. That's a loss you don't want to have. And he has to send them all away. He's reproducing Acolytes like crazy. And of course he knows, oh boy, great opportunity for the Archmage here. 1 dead. 2 dead. And the Lich will die as well. Can he get a potion? Will he get a potion? No, he lets the Lich die. To get some more time. Level 4 on the Archmage. Only 3 Acolytes remaining. And he lost the Ghoul. He has to reproduce, and that is all time that he can't tech to tier 3, and of course resources that he doesn't get. And if he has only 3 Acolytes, that means he can't move, he can't mine to the fullest. Another Ghoul down, and this 3rd one will die as well. Great harass by Infi. The expansion is still running. Death Knight level 3.5, and of course he still has his main base where he's mining from. So maybe it was the wrong call for Xun to not defend this, or not the correct execution, because the Footmen are still alive and he slaughtered every single Acolyte. Or he will slaughter them. He sent them away. Archmage is gone, defending his Expo now. But not too many deaths. So let's compare the main gold mines. 7,300, 8,200. Almost a 1,000 gold harass by Infi. That is incredible. And he doesn't even have the money to build another Acolyte. If this Acolyte falls, he has to sell something. And this one will fall. If he's not blocking himself with the Water Elemental. That's his final Acolyte, and he has only 65 gold. Good damage by the towers. Nice micro by Xun. And he keeps the Acolyte alive. Well done. Well done, at least some degree. Alright. He stays in this game. He has some mining going on, but it's crippled. His economy is completely crippled, and all that Infi used was his Archmage, his staff, and a few Footmen. That's all he needed. On the other side, his items are amazing. Pendant of Energy, big mana potion, boots, and level 5 already. Troll Twins to secure him a bit of damage. Tier 3 tech halfway through. We see double Griffin Aviary here. The Shredder is providing the lumber. The mining. Usually we see Infi with like 10 to 15 towers if things go bad. Mountain King second now. And I see the Stormbolt, and that's the GG. Wow. Slaughter. Complete demolition by the likes of Infi. There he is, not showing one single emotion. That's the Emperor, everybody. That's the Emperor that we used to know. Wow, 3 stomps today. 3 stomps today. I expected a little better, but yeah. It's the group stage. Things like this happen. Especially if a lot of the players qualify through a ladder contest where it might be about mass gaming, not the best players of all time. But yeah, Twisted, I think it's kind of good for Human versus Undead. So maybe there's a different map that's coming. I think Turtle Rock will be vetoed. But what else is there? Like Ancient Isles, Secret Valley, stuff like that. That would be cool. He got so destroyed that he didn't even have the time to type the second G. Yeah, Infi, the cold-blooded emperor. I thought after the WCA qualified that his time might be over. And then I saw his 0-3 versus Moon, and I thought, okay, this is really a change of, I don't know, a fresh air that breathes through the Warcraft scene. But yeah, he made his way through the NWL loser bracket final. And now he seems to be back, but yeah, this is Xun. I think Xun is not even on the level of Belief or Lucifer. So, oh boy, shout out to Endas, the old WC3L admin who just mentioned us on Twitter. It's so cool that you're still following the scene. I mean, how many afternoons have we spent together? When I was a little radio caster and you were the WC3L admin. And like 6 years later, we're still sitting here watching Warcraft, commentating Warcraft. It's so cool. Warcraft 3, connecting people. So yeah, of course, the most interesting group for us is Group D on Sunday and Monday with Foggy, Lin, 120 and Lucifer. I can't wait to see the games. I can wait to see the games. I think Foggy can beat Lin. I saw him practicing his Hippo Rider tactics. And I don't think Lin knows about this. I don't even think he thinks about the possibility that someone is going for it. I think Foggy will get wrecked by 120, but of course I'm cheering hard for him. Versus Lucifer, he has to win. That's 50-50. That's a must for sure. So yeah, if Foggy beats Lin, man, everything is possible. I think on Sunday, I will sit here with a big smile on my face when Foggy wins the first map. And I will quote all of you that you were wrong. Of course, Lin is the better player. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it, but if he catches him completely off guard, Foggy has a chance. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we have to wait till Sunday to see that. And before the stakes are the highest on Friday, obviously, WCA qualifier finals, Lin versus Lawliot and ZDR versus 120. If anyone is up for a bet, if Foggy can beat Lin, I'm going for it. Like, of course my odds have to be a little higher, like 2-1 or 3-1. But I'm willing to take a bet. So feel free to message me if you're going for it. I would love to see 3 players advance from Group D, or even 4. Make me an offer, Widow Mind Blues. And G-Girl as well. Make me an offer. Okay, the players are ready. We are ready. Next map is actually Ancient Isles. So we're waiting for the countdown. Everybody's ready. Okay, $500. I can't really afford that as a bet. I still have to buy a new chair with your help, of course. Alright, I think the game is about to start. Here we see the players again. Infi, Mr. I don't give one shit. And soon deeply concentrating. Looking down. Not taking a look into the camera. Infi, of course, the pro. Known to that environment. Okay, Hiromi, that's good. And G-Girl, let's talk about it on Twitter. I agree that money is boring and we need some other stuff for that. But okay. We are on map number 2. That is, as I mentioned, Ancient Isles. Once again, Infi in the red trunk, spawning in the bottom right here in Ancient Isles. His opponent, once again, Xun in the blue trunks. Infi is leading 1-0. And the first game was kinda like, let's not be too optimistic that this will change in game 2. But this map is quite great for Undead vs. Human. It's so hard to expand, and Infi always expands. I mean, from time to time, like in the NWL finals, he... Or was it? No, it was versus Lawlight, right? Yeah, exactly. In the Constellation final versus Lawlight, he went for 1 base for a time, but that was the only game in like 3 years of Infi that I saw him play without an expansion. But yeah, why is it so hard? The creep spot is fairly hard with all the poachers and assassins and stuff. It's far away from the main base, so calling militia takes some time. And the duration of the militia once they arrive is not that long. And it's pretty close. It's not pretty close to the undead space, but you know what I mean, I guess. So it's the Archmage first, it's the Death Knight first. It's once again a Fiend build order, or a late Fiend build order. So I really hope he's going for an early attack. Than he did last time, because I think Infi is expecting some tier 1 pressure, then heavy tier 2 pressure. And if you go for super fast destroyers, he might have problems. And I still see that mass Destro push to be the strongest. But that's just my observation. Death Knight running across the map, trying to steal something, but of course it will be too late. With an Acolyte, he's scouting already if Infi is going for that Expo and trying to go for a steal there. Sorry. Gloves of Haste for him. There's nothing really hurt, so a coil can't do too much. A corpse would be great. And he's going for the Archmage with a coil right away. I wonder why. I wonder how. Maybe he wants to use his mana regeneration, so it's not really wasted. Okay, now he gets the corpse for additional skeletons. That's actually important. There we have it. So this delays Infi's expansion to a degree, but of course it's not really a threat. Most important thing here is, of course, keep your Death Knight healthy. And don't feed too many skeletons to the Archmage so he won't rise in levels that quick. There's no militia coming at the moment. Creeps have been awakened and he gets the Footman with the first coil. Nice pickup by Xun. I wonder if this was the first unit that he got. Level almost 2 for the Archmage. One more skeleton and he gets it. And there's the militia support. A lot of militia support actually. So yeah, we have poachers. No, we have one assassin, one poacher. So Dispel is here and poison. How much can Xun accomplish here? If he gets surrounded, the game is basically over. So he has to be careful about that. Once again, he's going for the Archmage. Interesting approach, but will it do too much? He has only one coil left. And he doesn't get that militia, so he wouldn't have wasted it. Is he going for the creep? He has to, I guess. But Infi has the timings down, man. Infi has all the timings down for that. And as I say it, Caster Curse hits, and he gets the big one. And the Archmage is in trouble as well. Nice right clicks with the skeletons, but now there's not a single coil left. Will he get it? It's not enough damage. Oh boy. Unfortunate for Xun. But Infi's first hero remains alive, blocking the path here with the Water Elemental. But that's his second last one. Expansion is coming up. No surround. Xun is taking care of that. 2 fiends. No shop for Infi, so he can't get Scroll of Restoration at the Scroll of Regeneration at the moment. So he will live in fear for quite some time. If he's greedy, he can get the Shadow Priest from the Merc Camp. But you have to drag the creeps away in order to get it. Tier 2 is finished. The Lich is coming at the Slaughterhouse as well. There you have it. And the expansion is not up. The shop is coming here. How much left? He has a coil now.
Player's forces are
but he needs a coil and a few hits. So it's not worth it to dive in with that one. This time, he doesn't have level 2 on his Death Knight though. Since he spent all the damage on the Archmage. And now he has a scroll. He can buy it and then he knows how to position defensively. And with the 3 fiends, Xun is accomplishing nothing at the moment. The healing is working, the expo is up, the first tower is coming against the skeleton harass. He doesn't have backpack this time, and I think that's a big mistake. The Lich is bringing them, and a skull. That's nice. Additional HP regen, since he lacks the aura at the moment, but not for much longer. One peasant is dead. Only one more kill and he gets the aura. Here's the Lich. A lot of footmen for Infi, and he gets the kill and he gets level 2, and that is a lot of HP regen here on Blight with the aura now. So the question is, what can he do against the towers? What can he do against the towers? There's 2 more coils. Is he going for the tier 3 tech? No, heavy tier 2 push. Heavy tier 2 push, he's committing a lot into this, maybe even with catapults. Later, but of course he needs the statues first. Another Nova. There's the next kill on the footman. He keeps the footman numbers low. I like how Xun is playing here. So far at least. But this is not winning him the game, killing footman. He needs to get rid of the expo. Lucifer made it work against the Europeans and against Sok, so the Korean as well. But he went for fast destroyer pushes. Is that the key? Because the Chinese approach that 120 and WFZ are playing is this one here. Heavy fiends, heavy damage to the towers and the workers. There's no masonry upgrade, so this is actually the best time to attack the towers, but he can't get that much damage out. Is he going for something? No, now the tier 3 tech is coming without a catapult. Oh, the Archmage is kind of trapped there, catching a lot of hits. Immediately going for a scroll. Of course, he needs access to his shop in order to get it. Malicious support. First one getting killed. The Lich level 1.5, 1.3 basically. So Xun is doing this good. Using his spells very offensively. We have defense now for Infi. There's Michael with the Fiend, saving it from Footman. Lich is catching a lot of hits, but there is 2 more coils. His mana management is quite good this time. How far is Infi with his tag? Tier 2 tag is finished, Mountain King is coming. And that's when things get dangerous for Xun. And once again, he shows presence. He is diminishing the number of Infi's army, but towards the mining at the peon line, at the towers, he didn't do too much. Actually, he did nothing. The one arcane tower is still up. I think only one peasant died. So he's just killing footmans here and there. And this is what broke his back in game 1. The harass, and this time he's teching. So every acolyte he loses now will be lost for quite some time. Is he surrounded? Is he surrounded? Infi! Ah, no, he gets out of there. Micro mistake by Xun, but this time his Death Knight is around to coil the acolytes. And he needs to throw the first coil in a second. There it is. Keeps the acolyte alive. It's so important now, but the second one about to die. Once again being micro, but now the sword of the footman. Too strong. Black Citadel is finished now. So a little damage boost. And the harass is not closely as big, as good as he was on game number 1. In the meantime, he's continuing to pressure the expansion. A few footmen died. Mountain King is here to save the day, but the Lich is doing a good job so far. Ghouls are taking care of the footman, almost level 3. He might get to level 3 after this footman kill. Yes, there it is. And he has mana for a coil now. Has to use it, or is it on cooldown? Okay, he saves one acolyte. The second one as well. Can he block this footman? I think Infi is not playing perfectly here. His focusing kind of lags a bit, and he's wasting a lot of footmen. That's like 550 gold that is gone now. But of course he has an expansion, but the shop is gone. And that is more surface for the Fiends. Nice how he micros the Fiends onto the Blight to get some regen. Archmage is reuniting with the footman here. He has boots, but the Mountain King is low as well. Both down to 50%. I think it's time for the Death Knight now to get back to his army. Did he catch... oh, no orb. He didn't go for the orb. Does he have backpack finally? No! That's weird. The orb is providing so much damage. But he has the first destroyer up in the air. Healing has been cancelled. Immediately going for the Mountain King. He knows what kind of a threat he is. Keeping him on level 1 or 2 is key to victory. Because with level 3, the Storm will just get so much better. Another nice Nova. Malicious support is kind of a waste at the moment. It's just distracting. Destroyer in the air. Can dispel the water elementals, of course. And so things are looking pretty good for the undead. Archmage is stepping in. Mountain King, is he exposed? Ah, there's no mana anymore. There's no mana. There's one statue healing HP and mana at the same time. Water Elemental is gone. Wow, early transition to Blizzard, killing his own footman with it. Nice reaction to for Xun in this particular situation. Another statue is coming, so he has healing and mana regen at the same time. Of course, there's no disable against this. No third hero just yet. Second destroyer is up. Third destroyer is up. Oh boy, he's really committing. 49 food. No statue to regen things. He wants the towers gone. First one is dead. One fiend is about to die, but the second tower is dead as well. Wow. This is working pretty good. The Blizzard is rocking in. The fiends take heavy damage, but the towers are all gone. If this goes for the cost of one fiend, that's still okay. And Infi has to portal. Infi has to portal out And the expansion is most likely dead, depending on how fast he can recover and how fast Xun can kill it. There's only one workshop. Thank God he has he has a shop. But the destroyers are free terrain. There's no anti-air. Water elementals can be dispelled, especially by 3 destroyers. It's an instant dead. Okay, water elementals are not there anymore because he switched to Blizzard. First priest is down, so the only anti-air is really the Archmage. Of course, this is Xun's game to take. And I guess Xun is waiting for the 3rd hero to see the unit composition. If he's going for gyrocopters, it's gonna be a panda. Otherwise, he's deciding for a Dark Ranger for silence. So this is the counter to all the breakers that he's gonna get, and the rifleman, of course. The addition of the rifleman, I think, is kind of a desperation move from Infi, because he knows he needs something on the battlefield, and it's a decent addition, but it's definitely not the best bang for the buck.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lost +6 for the Lich. Perfect item here. Level 3 on the Lich afterwards, and almost level 4 on the Death Knight. Will it be it? No. 16 XP missing. Infi needs levels. Infi needs levels on the MK, and Infi needs levels on the Paladin. Level 2 is a must for Divine Shield, and level 3 is a must for the Stormbolt. Will he get the Warlord? He gets it in time. Item with the Hellstone. Very, very nice. Soon as breaking upkeep. Coil saving that Fiend, but the Blizzard damage, well, it's only level 2. Oh no, it's level 1 Blizzard actually. It's level 2 Aura. And this time, yeah, we have the Dark Ranger, so Silence can cancel the Blizzard. The first Abomination is here. We have Web against the Gyros. Nice situation for Xun. He's raping the Passants here. One is dying after another. One Destroyer is about to go down. That means level 2 for the Mountain King. But he's suffering so much. Another nice Silence on the Paladin to get rid of the healing of the Holy Light. One Fiend being coiled. Very well done. 52 food versus 37, and the expansion is down, mind you. As Micro, oh, the Mountain King eats the big health stone and gets a Fiend and the statue in return. Oh, Nova right clicks on the Paladin. There's no Divine Shield, no potion for him as well. So the 3rd hero is dead. Next target is the Mountain King, and after the horrible punishment that he received on Twisted Meadows, this is looking a lot better for Xun. Staffing out with the Archmage to get into a better position, resetting the fight to a degree, but there's only one tower. Infi was one called Infinite Towers, the 6th race, the tower race in China. But he became too greedy for that, and now 1 base versus 1 base is where the Undead always shines. You see how much units he kills here. Immediate level 2 on the Dark Ranger, 3.5 here, 4.25 on the first hero, and more Fiends are coming. Of course, he lost a bit. He lost, like, in the end of the fight, he lost like 3 units, so he has to reproduce them. Especially the Destroyers suffered, I guess. Okay, 1 Destroyer suffered, but oh my god! Infi is catching them off guard. The Flying Machines are rather quick. Does he have Flag Cannon upgrade? I doubt it. Or if he gets 2 Destroyers, this would be huge. It would be 10 supply. First one is down, and he dives in and he gets the second one. Well picked up by Infi. On the cost of 1 gyro. That is well done. So is this the opening of a comeback for Infi? I doubt it, because the undead heroes are so high. And the Lich, look at it, plus 20. Finding the claws plus 9 in addition to the orb. He finally has the orb, which makes things a lot easier. One base, double workshop gyros, and he has so many producing buildings. I don't think it's worth it. He definitely can't afford it. Second red spot to Infi. Item, love to see it. Healing wards, okay, that can be cancelled easily with the Lich. And here comes the pressure again. The tower is gone, so he's basically free to reign with his 48 food. Only 2 statues, but the next abomination is coming as well, and that's kind of important. The gyrocopters are absolutely useless at the moment. And there's an opening to the base of Infi, so the floodgates have been opened. Next Nova, 2 additional peasants dead. Infi's army though is at 48. He has a few knights. 2 knights actually. And so there is a need for magic damage. He needs at least 1 destroyer, I feel. But he's blocking the entrance with the air bomb. Oh, the blizzard positioning is amazing. This time it's a level 2 blizzard. Silence finally. He's going for the paladin, but divine shield immediately before the coil connects. And now the heal ward is in the perfect spot as well. Oh, the illusion blocking. He eats up a lot of damage. That's nice, but can he provide damage to the human army? The Fiend gets caught off guard. Oh, that coil was wasted. Totally wasted. I think on the air bomb it would have been a lot better. Oh, okay. If you have the mana, why not? And he portals out. Correct choice. Oh, nice kill. With the Stormbolt, I guess. So is Xun giving this game out of his hands? 3 knights, 5 gyros, no expansion for Xun. Is Infi's micro good enough to fight this?
A player's forces are under attack.
He has the desired levels. And the nuke of the human is getting better by the minute. Almost level 3 paladin. The defense of his main base has definitely brought him back into the game. The absence of destroyers are making things worse. Oh, and he knows that Infi is around the corner. Is it worth it? Flute would be amazing. Devotion aura as well. 1 armor point is not worth it. 2-0 upgrades here on the Fiends and Destroyers. Is he transitioning into something? Nope. He's sticking to his guns. Trying to deny the mining with some skeletons. Cheap harass. Item wise. Archmage has nothing. Infi is without items. But so is Xun. Take a look at the gold mines here. 1,100 versus 600. Wow, what a harass this was. Well, he basically occupied the base. The Lich has to carry. He needs the Lich damage against the Knights. Otherwise, I don't see him win. The Ebon is kind of blocked. He needs a better position for that tanky unit he has. And he needs to get rid of the Blizzard. Oh boy, look at this. HP cut to 2/3. Nova against the Knights. He has to get rid of them as fast as possible. That's the first coil with Frost Armor. It's a nice synergy on the Air Bomb. Everything is slowed, especially the Knights here. That is so important, lowering the damage. Stormbolt on the Death Knight. He wants to get the Town Portal out of him. Another Nova to this one, and he gets the Town Portal. This was to be expected. And the Fiend dies as well, so 2 nice pickups for Infi. 51 food for the Emperor, 54 for the Undead. But we have some good levels. Almost level 5, that is level 3 Coil. We have level 4 on the Lich, so he has Frost Armor and Dark Ritual. So he always has mana. And he can deny the experience if there's a unit about to die. Dark Ranger is about to fight level 3. So this is looking good. On the other side we have a level 3 Paladin now, with level 2 Holy Light. This is Boots of Quel'Thalas, the worst undead item you can find. Slow on the Lich. Oh, the Stormbolt cutting the HP in half. Blizzard is coming in. Lich is able to save himself. He's going for the Archmage now. Holy Light saves him. Oh, another coil. The Lich is completely out of position. The Knights are doing tremendous damage with a normal attack type. That was one of the last Holy Lights, but of course he has Brilliance Aura, so mana will regenerate quickly. Another Stormbolt. He really wants a hero now, but he's doing great with that, with killing the Fiends as well. The Coil arrives too late, another Nova into the Knights, and that's a big opening maybe for Xun. He has 3 air bombs there blocking the path, and they are working so well against the Breakers, and they have the Disease Cloud. Additional mana for the Lich, but still no Nova. One more Coil and one more Silence. But I doubt he's gonna go for that at the moment. Both gold mines are down. Both gold mines are down. Stormbolt. There is no healing. Oh, he has Death Pact, but oh, that was the Paladin with the nuke of the undead. But here's the Stormbolt. He needs Death Pact. He needs Death Pact or he's dead. Oh boy, Aura is saving him because he's so freaking fast. Oh my god. The Knights are freaking fast as well. Is Infi losing this map to Xun? 54 versus 38, and the Death Knight survives this. Absolute key to victory. Use your Death Pact, bro. On the Acolytes, you don't need them anymore. And the Lich is carrying this game so hard with his plus 20 damage. There is almost another Nova. With Death Pact, Coil arrives from the back, and he did not expect this Nova on the Mountain King, and Infi is losing this game. GG, and his answer, Melting Valley. Of course it is. It's new in the map pool, we haven't seen it yet, but is there a worse map for Undead? I doubt it. But what an accomplishment for this guy. What an accomplishment for Xun. Taking this map off of Infi. I doubted his decisions a bit. But the Arras on tier 2 was great. Not diving in too deep. Not fully committing to a tower kill. Just patience with the skull. With the Lich. Even without the orb. That was good. I thought he would give it out of his hand at the end. But human on one base, right? Humans on one base. That just doesn't work. And I think the Destroyer timing was also great. He waited for it. Oh, we see the highlights at the moment, so maybe we can talk about it together. Yeah, talking about the Destroyer thing. Oh yeah, that harass at the early stages was great as well. A lot of damage towards the Archmage. I haven't seen that in a while. And I think it's quite interesting because that denies Infi the option of going for the Archmage harass into the Undead space for quite some time. He needs a shot before that, and he has to heal up, so that costs like 2 minutes. And of course he has to defend, so usually the humans like that push to get some pressure off of their chests. But that's not possible if you have like a 100 HP Archmage. So it's risky. But in this situation, it definitely paid off. And that's the Destroyer push I was talking about. Great timing. He didn't just go in with the first Destroyer on the statue. He waited until he has 3. That's the perfect amount, if there's not too much masonry, to kill the towers. And he had that patience to make it work. Forcing Infi into a town portal. Exodus from the expansion. So I really like that. He almost gave it out of his hands in some fights. I think he was kind of surprised by Blizzard, but the reaction with the Dark Ranger was quite obvious, and then you have disable, and you can cancel it from time to time. The Destroyer still had some mana, So they got rid of all the melee units quite quickly that level up the undead heroes to a degree. When he lost the 2 destroyers later, I really thought that's it now, that's the turnaround. But he played it calm, he played it safe. And it was all good. So Melting Valley is the next one. Oh yeah, I think we will see the last fight here afterwards. The nuking was so amazing. I mean, right from the start, he was going for the Paladin. And that worked with a Nova, most likely. I didn't really catch it because I was focusing on the Death Knight. And then sending the Death Knight away, of course, was a must. But coming back, coiling the Archmage to death, that was really sneaky. And I liked how he did that. Infi tried his best, but that wasn't enough. But he held on for quite some time. So more than 1,000 viewers already, thank you very much. Yeah, a lot of people are... Okay, that was the final fight here, I guess. Silence. Oh, it was a coil, actually. No Nova that killed the Paladin. I didn't really catch it. But yeah, that was most likely the best opening that you can imagine. Slowing down the Archmage so he can't chase the Death Knight was also really great. Sometimes aggression is the best defense to keep your heroes alive. And yeah, the Archmage had, I think, a scroll to heal him up to a degree. But once the Death Knight came back to join the fray, you will see it in a second, I guess. He was playing that. And there you have it, coming from above. He did not expect the coil. And that's it. Well done. Well done by Xun. And so that was the equalizer in this series. We have a donation, by the way, by Buzz9. $5, I guess, doing the Lord's work. Thank you very much. And a lot of followers as well that are new here at our little stream at Back to Warcraft. Thank you for following. Thank you for supporting us. I cut some hours at work to be able to cast this, so every support is very much appreciated. Of course, we're doing this for fun, but I'm also kind of addicted that I really want to cast this. And so, money. What is money, right, if you have fun? So, Infi versus Xun, Melting Valley. I don't know if too many of you are familiar with MV anymore. It was played in WC3L at the end, I guess, and it provided a lot of great games between human and orc. Because that was the first time where humans went into mass griffins. And the orc tried to counter it with tier 3. With a Blade Master with the Orb of Lightning. And sometimes an Alchemist for the Acid Bomb. And Bat Riders. So very, very crazy games. But for undeads, man. I do not think this is a very balanced map for undead. And that's of course why Infi... I mean, it's kind of a dick move to congratulate him on the win and saying, hey, congrats, GG, but you know we got Melting Valley in the map pool, so you will lose the third map for sure. Maybe He has something special prepared here. Oh, the score is still wrong. Sorry about that. It is, of course, a 1-1. Oh, yeah, there it is. The colors remain the same. In the bottom left of MV, we have Xun fighting uphill now. I mean, it was a great accomplishment for him to take a map off of Infi, but he needs to follow up on one of the hardest maps for Undead we have. So that's an uphill fight. It's not impossible, though. It's not impossible, though, on the other side. Infi will know this map inside out from back then. Mountain King? No, it's an Archmage, alright. Back then it was a nice Mountain King map. So to take the expansion is super easy. It's far away from the Undead's base. It's easy to creep. And yeah. Mercenary support will be there, I think, later. Because that is not so easy to creep. So it's not the perfect setup. But it's very, very, very good. And yeah, since the distance to the expansion is so big, see it here, and since the distance to the main base is even further, pressuring with Undead is super hard.
A player's forces are under attack.
But let's see what he does. Maybe the time gave us some new strategies for Undead on MV. Maybe we'll see something that we haven't seen before. Maybe he specifically practiced for that. By the way, here are shops in the middle of the map who provide watch awards, just like the ones on Turtle Rock. Oh, he's going for the Merc Camp right away. Alright. So he has Merc support right from the start.
Player's forces are under attack.
But that gives Xun some time to prepare for the push towards the expansion. Ring of Protection plus... No, it's a big healing. And the Mantle, of course. That's what drops here. It's been a while since I saw MV, so if I do little mistakes here with item drops, forgive me. But yeah, big healing is of course great. That will deny him the option to go for the Archmage right away like he did on AI. So he will spend his coils on units, preferably on the Shadow Priest, obviously. But yeah. First Fiend is coming, and I guess we will see attack rather quickly. He has all the resources, but he's still waiting for something. Infi is taking a lot of time here, not going for the expansion. Ah, okay, he's going for that one.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, that makes, of course, even more sense. Having the Merc support nearby is good. So this is kind of rare to see the Undead not harassing but creeping from the start. Of course, the Unholy Aura seems to be mandatory. If the map is so big, you need to move faster in order to get to your opponent in time. But this is level 3 for Infi already. Very, very fast level 3. His opponent is still level 1. Did start his tech though. Xun is expecting expansion here. He scouted it with an Acolyte. Going for the Tome of Experience. Oh, I think it was the wrong prepper. So he wasted a lot of damage here, and he's taking so much damage with his Death Knight, he's kind of trapped. A little miss micro. Maybe he gets nervous, because he knows he's so close to beating Infi. Talisman of Evasion is okay. He wants to take the entire spot.
Player's forces are under attack.
Watch Award is nice, so he has that map control here. And he knows the inventory of Infi's heroes. So... Tome of Experience would be the dream. And he gets one! And he gets one! Almost level 3. Ooh, now things get interesting. Now things become interesting. Still good item drops for Infi, but that level 3, if he gets this Footman, he has a lot of mana, so I expect him to kill this one. Or a peasant or whatever. Just get a kill and get that level 3. Shadow Priest is coming. Dispel on something here, on the Skellies, I guess. But so far the harass is working quite well. But of course the expansion is up. No harm has been dealt. Has been done. And I think it was the wrong decision to go for some workers. Just coil a unit, have your level 3. But he has tier 2. He doesn't want to risk things unnecessarily. And the slaughterhouse is coming immediately. There we have it. Lich second, so he's not changing tactics.
Forces are under attack.
And there's a lot of presence from Xun in the early game. I like that. Of course he got lucky. Even with the staff here. Maybe to get rid of surrounds, but there is no Mountain King, so he doesn't have to be that careful about it. The tower is gone. Has to be careful about the fiends though. There are plenty of coils on level 2, so they completely heal up a fiend. So this is a good start. This is a good start. He's positioning himself between the main base and the expansion, so he cuts off reinforcements. And he denies him the access to the Merc camp. That's pretty nice. Infi scouts it, sees the Lich, sees once again the Skull and the Rod. So he plays basically the exact same thing that he did on Ancient Isles. This time with a level 3 Death Knight. Those stars are aligned. Pretty damn good for the undead here. But Infi is attacking as well, halfway through. So he wants fast. Oh, Mauler. Mauler, of course, a great counter to fiends. Gets him away from the Blight, which is nice because the Death Knight is pretty low on HP. Level up for the Archmage, level 4, more mana regeneration, more water elementals, and as long as the destroyers are not here, they are a big threat. Once again, using a lot of mana offensively. But that pays off with a 1.4 Lich. So just like on the second map, he doesn't crush his opponent with this push. But he does some damage and he's getting prepared. He's getting prepared for the next push with destroyers. It's only 2 towers this time, not 3. No Arcane Tower. The Shadow Priest would be amazing. Getting rid of the Mauler. And that's some heavy investment that Infi put into this. Now you see the mana regen on Blight. That works pretty well. Immediate tier 3 tech by Infi. Xun is already there. Where is he? Yeah. I think so. Or did he start his tech? Wait. Oh no, he didn't start his tech. He is going for a catapult. Even more pressure. But will this work as good as the destroyer push? Let's see about that. No orb, of course, that means. But more damage to buildings. Once the Lich gets level 2, he has a lot more mana thanks to Dark Ritual. And Infi is struggling again. Infi is struggling again. We talked about him stabilizing after being defeated in WCA. But this seems to be not the case here. Xun is prepared for Melting Valley.
A town is under siege.
Wow.
A player's
Even
forces
more.
are under
And he
attack.
sends an Acolyte. Is he going to tower or is it just for repair? Both would be smart, I guess. Towers for the distraction. And repair, he needs that one for sure. Infi is splitting his Archmage. Really offensive positioning on the Archmage. Maybe that's a mistake. But he has the Potion of Healing, so he can't afford it. Level 2 on the Lich. Coil on the Fiend, saving that one. Did he lose a single Fiend already? I doubt it. I doubt it. Archmage is down to 50%, getting rid of the catapult. That's about it. He has to keep the statue alive. Statue is mandatory. But okay, there's the regen. Big potion being used. And level 4 on the Death Knight. This is looking so promising for the Undead. I cannot believe it. Chasing the Archmage again. But since his mana regen is gone from the statue, he has to calculate that a bit better. And cannot go for the coil on the Death Knight. The leveling is quite quick. 2.6 on the Lich already. The statue is back. But we have 5 towers. More mercenary support for Infi most likely. There's a Shadow Priest and Mud Golem. That's about it. Mountain King is here. There's a coil. He has to use it. Oh, micro is enough. I cannot believe this.
Our players' forces are under attack.
Healing on the human units. He's not cancelling it at the moment. The Stormbolts are pretty useless at the moment. Nova on the Mountain King. Potion being used. And he wants to get rid of those catapults. And he dives deeply into the army. Catches a lot of hits. Another potion being used. So he gets rid of the catapult. Nova on the Lich is available. Oh no, it's not. But he's close to being level 3. That will grant him additional intelligence points and therefore more mana. The shop is gone and Infi is on tier 3. So there's a paladin coming. And I'm still questioning not going for tier 3. Tech advantage for the human player is never good. And the pickups of Infi are great with the water elementals. No destroyers means of course no dispel. Nova and Cole to get rid of the mercenaries, and here he goes for the Mountain King again, but against Holy Light it's of course a lot harder. First militia dead. But the snipe of the slaughterhouse units, whether it be catapults or statues, is working quite well. But the fiends are providing the damage, so Infi lost like 5-6 peasants here. And that's all experience, level 4.5. Is there another coil? Yes, there is! It arrives in time. Xun is in beast mode here. Step of Sanctuary though. The Acolyte is trying to catch up to get some repair. There is a Nova soon, so Infi has to be careful. The first knights appear. Finally a tier 3 tech. Finally. He needs the orb so bad now. He needs destroyers so bad now. He didn't cut the mining of Infi. He didn't kill a lot of workers at the expansion.
A town is under siege.
Double workshop is already in place. Level 2 masonry, so it's hard. Infi is coming at it again, but there is the exposed paladin! Oh my god! That was a close call, and the Lich is in problem, swapping the town portal and getting out of there. Oh boy. Maybe this is the time that Infi needs to breathe. This is the time that he wants to create to get an army up. The knights are doing a great job. But the levels are once again a problem. He needs healing. He needs healing. More statues are coming.
A player's forces are
I think it was a mistake to go for the catapults instead of a destroyer push. Because now he has 5 towers with level 2 masonry. And that's hard to crack. On the other side, Infi with a triple hero combo, going for the red spot. Wants all the experience on the Mountain King most likely. Yeah, sends the Archmage away. Level 3 is so big. And it is Hood of Cunning. Well, it's okay to have a little more mana, but definitely a bad item compared to all the others that are in the drop zone. Infi is forgetting about this knight. Flag cannons are coming. Very, very, very interesting situation. Infi is struggling against Xun. When have we ever seen him struggle against Undead? I mean, a few players were close. 120 in WFZ is fit. But alright. Oh, went off the wind. Without a good amount of destroyers, this item can be very dangerous. But now he has the orb, and now he has a level 5 Death Knight. Level 2 aura this time, so no Death Pact. Dark Ranger once again the third hero. Destroyer upgrade is finished. Everything is aligned for a great push from the Undead. But I do not think that the amount of destroyers is enough. He has to force a town portal, that's for sure. Nova on the Peasants. One destroyer is there with mana getting rid of the first tower. Repair is too late, or is it? Okay, it's getting rid of the workers, so the repair is not that fast. Second Nova being used on the workers. And all the Peasants are dead. Except this one. Now forcing the town portal. Will he be cut off from the Fiends? No. He's spawning on Blight. Everything is healed up. And I guess the problem is not the gyros, it's the Knights. 1-1 upgrade, we have 2-0 here. Nova on that Knight. Getting closer and closer to level 5 on the Lich as well. Does he have Frost Armor? I don't know. Went up the wind on the Death Knight, so no coil, he gets that Fiend. Paladin is level 2, Mountain King is level 3, so things look okay for Infi. The Knights are providing so much damage. Went up the wind again, but he kind of missed the timing, so he could get a coil out. But you see how the Knights are just steamrolling over the Fiends here at that second. Oh, Death Knight exposed! No Stormbolt though. Just the Fiend, and wow. The Knights, man. The Knights, there are just so many of them. The Death Knight is Stormbolted, and he's dead! This is the devious human nuke. And Infi needs 1 minute to get his army out, to get a good bunch of Knights. And he's the winner. I feel kind of bad for Xun, because he did so well. But in the end, it is the Emperor again making it into the winner bracket final against TH tomorrow. And the one remaining game we have for today is Xun versus Alice for the slot in the loser bracket final. So I'm curious if we see a highlight reel of this game as well. So I still think going for catapults was the wrong call. But can you say it for sure? I mean, without the catapults, the pressure wouldn't have been that high. So it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. And so far, I don't see a highlight reel, so we might be going into a break. But Forest Bridge and Romantic are still talking about the game, so let's wait a second here. That's, of course, Infi's biggest strength. I talked about it in game number 1, I guess, or 2. His patience. I mean, he knows there's pressure. He knows he's at the downside the entire game. But once he gets a minute to breathe, he's there. And he strikes so hard that Xun has no chance. I mean, so many Knights, and there was only one Destroyer. The Orb was too late because of the late tier 3 tech. I doubt a few decisions here, and I question a few decisions here. But in the end, Xun did good. Xun did more than good, and I hope we see him perform as good against Alice, and not that his mentality is broken now. But the Chinese are going into a commercial break, so do we. we will be back with Xun versus Alice, loser bracket semi-final to close the day.